श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव की, श्री गौर निताय भगवान की, जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री श्री कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी महोत्सव की जय। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी, गिरिवरधारी, यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन, यमुना तीरावनचारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्त वृंद, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे, जय राधा मदन मोहन राधे, जय राधा गोविंद राधे, जय राधा गोपीनाथ राधे, जय राधा बरेनेश्वर राधे, जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम, जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा, Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jai Ho Vishnupad Paramams Pravijkacharya Stotis Divine Grace Abhay Charanarendra Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Ho Vishnupad Paramams Pravijkacharya Stotis Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Maharaj Thakur Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavanda Ki Jai Namachar Srila Das Thakur Ki Jai Prem Sakho Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Radha Kund Shamani Govardhan Ki Jai Vrindan Mata Gokula Dwaraka Dham Ki Jai Jagannath Pradham Ki Jai Navadip Maya Pradham Ki Jai Ganga Yamuna Mai Ki Jai Bhaktivedanta Tulsi Devi Ki Jai Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bo all glorious assemblies all glorious assemblies all glorious assemblies all Shri Guru and Gauranga Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Stapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Cha Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindhavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhesha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanitaya Cha Jagadityaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamadine Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangre Anandalila Maya Vigrahaya Yamavadivya Chavisundaraya Tasme Mahaprema Rasapradaya Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya Chandraya Namo Namaste Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga Sikshartameka Purusha Purana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shariradari Kripambadirham Tam Prapadye Panchatattvatmakam Krishna Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam Hare Krishna. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashta Prayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtaki. Hare Krishna. Before I start today's glorification of the Sri Lord, Krishna's 6 opulences, I pay my obeisance to all the devotees present here and also my spiritual masters, Jayapata Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and all the acharyas in Parampara. And I especially thank the temple management for giving this subject to me. The topic is 6 opulences, but the subject is renunciation. Renunciation of Lord Sri Krishna. That's why I thank them very much. It's not about the devotees. So, we'll start the class. Hare Krishna. So, how many of you attended the last 5 days class in the temple or online? Here, heard. Hare Krishna. Okay, anyway, there are very few. I may not repeat the exact summary what they spoke, but at least we'll cover the subject so that you get the benefit of the whole last 5 classes. Hare Krishna. So today's topic is 6 opulences of Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Personal Godhead, but the subject is renunciation. So how many of you know the dictionary meaning of renunciation? So if you refer to the dictionary to know what is the meaning of renunciation, dictionary it says sacrificing or giving up or surrendering. But we will discuss both the dictionary meaning and also the Vedic scripture, the Vedic meaning of this word renunciation, because it's an opulence of the Supreme Lord. So there the dictionary meaning is sacrifice, giving up or surrendering. So sacrifice means what? I don't have that much time, so I will go. So you see the picture here, Lord Shri Krishna is there, the Supreme Lord, Rukmini is there, the goddess of fortune, and Sudama is there, the devotee of the Lord. So how these 3 words actually related to it, we'll see. Sacrifice. So offering is love to Sudama. So Krishna, because we know characteristic of bhakti, devotional service is Sudarlabha. Krishna doesn't give easily. So sacrifice, Krishna is offering his love to Sudama. Then giving up, Krishna has given up his identity as Supreme Personality of Godhead. And surrendering, accept authority, is bhakta as his authority. So this is the dictionary meaning. Now we will go for the Vedic meaning. So to renounce or to sacrifice or to give away, need to possess or work and gain. So sacrifice means you have to give something. So if you have to give something, we should possess something or we should have something. Now for example, we don't have anything, but still we want to give. So what we should do? We should work and gain, right? It's important. So now we will cover this subject with the question that what is the real purpose of renunciation? Any guess on this? What is the real purpose of renunciation? Tyaga, to give up. 3 words are there: to sacrifice, giving up, or surrendering. So sacrifice means offer. Yat karoshe dasna arpana, the Sanskrit word. We need to give. Giving up means our ego, identity we have to give up. Surrender means we should accept some authority. So when we do all these 3, what is the outcome supposed to be? President should say the last thing. He should answer at the last. Hare Krishna, we will go to the scripture. We'll see. Now what is the question here is, what is the real purpose of renunciation? Okay, we didn't get the answer. At least, what is the chapter in Bhagavad Gita? The perfection of renunciation, 18th. So we'll go to that chapter. Please repeat after me. Arjuna vacha sannyasasya mahabaho tattvamichhami veditum tyagasya charishikesha pratakeshini sudana. So Arjuna is asking the question. Oh, Arjuna said, "Oh, mighty armed one," that means Krishna, "I wish to understand the purpose of renunciation, tyaga." So we are today our subject is that Krishna, being the Supreme Person of Godhead, as 6 opulences, and one of the opulences is renunciation. And Krishna himself, Arjuna is asking question, what is the purpose of renunciation? And what does that mean? That what is the purpose of your this opulence of renunciation? Is it right? Is it right or no? Krishna also has got renunciation. It's one of his opulence. That means he must possess. So he says, what is the purpose of renunciation? And what was Krishna's reply? We will just say here. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Kamyanam Karmanam Nyasam Sanyasam Kavayo Viduhu Sarva Karma Palatyagam Prahustyagam Vichakshanaha. So Krishna says here, I am not reading all translation, giving up the results of all activities is what the wise call renunciation. So Krishna, what was the 3 meaning? We said, what was the last word was? Surrender. So in surrender, we said surrender to the authority. So here Krishna is in this reply, whom he is referring to? Giving up the results of all activities is what the wise call renunciation, the wise. So Krishna also referred to certain authority. And who is wise? Actually, Dehanasmi Yata De Kaumaram Yavaram Jara Tata Dehantara Prapse Dhiras Tatranam. Dhiras, they are wise, self-realized souls. So what is the answer now? You'll have to catch this because the whole class depends on. So giving up the results of all activities what the wise call as renunciation. Now let's go back to Krishna. We are trying to study Krishna. So Lord Krishna's position, does he possess or Lord has to work and gain result to renounce? Does the Lord possess or he has to work and gain the results to renunciate? How many of you raise your hand that the Lord possesses? 5 days class should not go in the river. So the Lord actually possesses. So we will now, but Krishna gives a very, very surprising reply. Please repeat after me. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nanavaptam avaptavyam varta eva cha karmani. This is, please repeat after me. O sanna pratha, there is no work prescribed for me within all the 3 planetary systems, nor am I want of anything, nor have I need to obtain anything, and yet I am engaged in prescribed duties. So Krishna says there is no work prescribed for me. Then he says that nor I have need to obtain anything, because when we work we should get. If you don't want to get, we don't have to work also. Yet I am engaged in the prescribed duties. So if Krishna doesn't have to get anything, that means if he is glorified as a opulence renunciation, that means he must possess something. So what does he possess then? He possesses opulences, which is 6. So please repeat after me. Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yashasaha Shriyaha Jnana Vairagyayos Chaiva Shannam Bhaga Itingana. So it says, please repeat after me, Bhagavan, the Supreme Person of Godhead, is thus defined by Parasara Muni as one who is full in 6 opulences, who has full strength, fame, wealth, knowledge, beauty, and renunciation. Bhagavan, with full 6 opulences being Swarat, fully independent, or Atmarama, fully self-satisfied, is eternally enjoying in his kingdom Goloka with liberated souls. Who are liberated souls means Sashti, Sarupya, Salokya, and Samipya. So the Lord is always with these liberated souls in his own Dhama. So the question comes here, if he is full of all opulences and is always with the liberated soul, then why he should engage in prescribed duties? Krishna says there is nothing for me to do. I don't have to gain anything. I possess everything. Then why Krishna has to be engaged in prescribed duties? I had one question asked before. What was the purpose of renunciation? Still we did not find the answer, right? Or answer is there? Hare Krishna. So, Krishna is full of all opulences. He is in his spiritual world with all the liberated soul. Then why he should engage in prescribed duties? Hare Krishna. Utsidyor ime loka. Loudly. Na kuryam karma chedaham. Sankarasya kartasyam. Upahanyam ima prajaha. So Krishna says, this is only beginning for the class. We want to put a foundation for today's class subject. If I did not perform a prescribed duties, all these worlds would be put into ruination. I would be the cause of creating unwanted population, and I would thereby destroy the peace of all living beings. So why Krishna is engaged in his prescribed duties? What happens if he does not engage in his prescribed duties? He will destroy the peace of all. So this is Krishna is telling. But Krishna also will tell the jivas, is living entities, part and parcel. The same thing he will tell. Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasa jnana dhyanam vishishyate jnanat karma pala tyagas tyagachantiranantaram. If you cannot, please repeat, take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. And better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. See, this is the two shlokas. Krishna says that if I don't engage in the prescribed duties, I will destroy the peace. And for the devotees, for the living entity, Krishna says that you should actually renounce the fruits of your action. And what happens in both the cases? That the living entity will be at peace. So, purpose of renunciation, the question was, purpose of renunciation is attaining peace. So, when somebody leaves the body, what the message they send? Let the soul rest in peace. That means you renounce the body of the material world, never take body again, be in the eternal peace. So, first the meaning, we started with the 3 words meaning. What are the 3 word meaning? First, sacrifice means dictionary meaning. What was there? Sacrifice. Next, giving up. Third, surrender. Now all this when we do, what we get? Peace. That is why they do the kalasha with some Lakshmi to give, to some sacrifice you need to do. Then peace will be there. Hare Krishna. So sacrificing, giving up and surrendering. Now our topic. How the renunciation is an opulence of Krishna. So this is our today's subject out of the topic for 6 days. So we will discuss about 2 important fact, or the subject which is related to Krishna's renunciation. Krishna's one is that even though Krishna is fully opulent Lord, Krishna exhibits renunciation. For one, Krishna's detachment from his creation. That means whatever Krishna create is never detached to it. Second thing is remove distress and give pleasure to the devotees in material or spiritual planets. So Krishna's renunciation is for these 2 purpose. Highlighted is means because this slide is referred to that. Please repeat out me loudly. Nachamam tani karmani nibadhanti dhananjaya vadasinam asaktam teshu karmashu. O Dhananjaya, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. So first is Krishna's renunciation is that even though he does the creation, even though he does the prescribed duty, but still is ever detached. So that is opulence of renunciation. Whereas if we create something, we become attached. Now number 2, which is the remove distress and give pleasure to devotees in the material and spiritual planets. This is Kunti's prayer. Shri Krishna Krishna Saka Vrishabhanin Drug Krishna Saka Rajanya Vamshadanana Pavarga Virya Govinda Godvija Surarti Aravatara Yogeshwara Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. You are the proprietor of the transcendental abode, and you descend to relieve the distresses of the cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees. You possess all mystic powers, and also paritrana sadhunam, to protect the devotees. So what was the second reason? To remove the distress and give pleasure to the devotees of material spiritual planets. Why this both comes under renunciation? Why this both comes under renunciation? One is Krishna is not attached to his creation. Second thing is give the pleasure to the devotees. Second one, actually Kunti elaborates it. Why it comes under the renunciation? She says, Janma karma cha vishwatman ajak kartur atmanaha tirya rishishu yadoshu tad atyante vidambanam. What is vidambanam means? Bewildering. Vidamban is bewildering. Of course, it is bewildering, O soul of the universe. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages and aquatics. Verily this is bewildering. So what is bewildering here? Different animals. You see, first of all, material world is for the degraded souls, right? Degraded because they are become envious or they want to enjoy. And all this Lord's creation, when the Lord comes to Kali Yuga, they cannot be, many times they cannot be, if he appears in his Shyam Sundar form, which Vamshadhara Prabhu has given the beauty, that class, if he comes in that beauty, still they will not accept it. They are so degraded that he has to come in animal, aquatic, or these forms to improve them, liberate them. So that is his, who wish to take a fish body, who wish to take a animal body, who wish to take a aquatic body. When we come to our spiritual life, Prabhupada's one main mission is back to Godhead. Never come back to this material world, never go into 8,400,000 species of life. Whereas Kunti Mata is saying that you come in all spaces of life. It's not only that, in all spaces of life Krishna comes and he is with the living entity. So this is our going today forward. Whenever we finish one opulence, you have to loudly chant this. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare. That was not enough actually. One more time, loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna. So we saw the meaning of renunciation, and we saw that the Lord doesn't have to do anything but still engages. And the whole purpose of renunciation is for peace, because everybody is looking after peace. So without renunciation, peace is not possible. Giving up. We said 3 things there. So now we are going to subject 6 opulences. Out of that, today's subject is renunciation, and we are discussing renunciation in all the 6 opulences of the Lord. Renunciation not only as renunciation in all opulences of the Lord. So the first is wealth. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. So Krishna here is wealth. Krishna is saying that he is the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. This is his opulence. Now let's see the renunciation in the wealth. So here we see this example of Lord Vamana. Lord of Vaikuntha became doorkeeper, whereas the Lord could create a planet for Bali, or like Brahma Vimohana. So now when we say wealth, what is the Krishna is the source of the material spiritual planets. That means he is the owner of all this. This is his opulence as a wealth, because I have prepared such a that I need to finish in 35 minutes, so I'm not going very detailed in it. So what is the renunciation of wealth means? For example, Krishna, he is the creator of material spiritual world. In the pastime of Lord, how many of you heard the Lord Vamana's pastime first of all? Very, still you are not many heard. So Lord Vamana's pastime means Bali became the king of heaven, but Bali did not have the qualification to rule the kingdom of heaven. In order that Bali becomes qualified to rule the kingdom of heaven, Shukracharya performed a sacrifice, 100 sacrifice. 99 sacrifice went without any trouble. But when the 100th sacrifice was happening, in this side, the mother of the demigods Aditi had performed a Payo Vrata. What you call Vrata. Austerity she performed. By that the Lord appeared as Lord Vamana, the supreme person of Godhead, because we are talking as a renunciation. And then the Lord easily could have taken the kingdom from Bali. But Bali's father was Virochana, Virochana's father was Prahalad. And Prahalad already promised that 20 generations, 20, no correct, no? From back and from front, that they will never be troubled by me, the Lord said. So now the Lord has to leave his, what you call, his position. He took the form of a dwarf Brahmana boy. Then he came to beg, actually, came to beg. Akila Koti Brahmanda Nayaka, Lord Shri Krishna, the Supreme Person of God, take the position of begging. So this is also a renunciation. He came, then he asked Bali the 3 steps of land. Whereas the subject which we are talking here, the Lord who can create material and spiritual planet, he could have easily given either Indra or Bali, both of them. He could have given another planet. Why all this trouble? Why your 100 sacrifice? Why it is required? Take this planet. He could create. But this is renunciation. He never deviates from his path. He came, begged, and then what happened? Not only that, that richest man who has got all the wealth, he became a doorkeeper for Bali. See, this is renunciation of the Lord, wealth. Loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. So now we have strength, opulence is strength, and the topic is again renunciation. So Krishna says, Balam Balavatam Chaham Kamaraga Vivarjitam. I am the strength of the strong, devoid of passion and desire. So Krishna's opulence is that there is nobody is stronger than Krishna. Anyway, this subject has been discussed in the earlier class about the strength opulence. Now we will go for the in renunciation strength. So what all the photos you see? What is the first photo? Ranchor. Second is Damodar. Third is Krishna killed Kalayavan. Now we will see here how the strength in renunciation of Krishna is. So first is the Lord Damodara. See, Mother Yashoda, she tries Krishna to what? A grinding mortar. And what is the understanding of Mother Yashoda when tying this grinding mortar? That Krishna, being a small child, will not move with this grinding mortar. But what Krishna does? He pulls this grinding mortar, and what he does, the same child, what he does? He makes fall these 2 Arjuna trees. So here one is that his renunciation is that he became an innocent child of Mother Yashoda, but even within that child, Krishna shown his transcendental form as he is the strongest, or he is the strength of the strong, by making fall these Arjuna trees. Second, the Ranchor. How many of you heard the pastime of Ranchor? Krishna running from the battlefield. So many are there. So in short, so there was Jarasandha always wanted to fight with Krishna, defeat him, but 17 times failed. 18th time, what Krishna thought with his brother Balaram, it is better This time we don't fight, we'll go and we'll live separately. Dwaraka they go. So here, Krishna the Ranchor means that Krishna who ran away, Rana Chor, who ran away from the battlefield. So if Krishna is one of his opulences is the strong, then how can he run away from Jarasandha? It's not possible. But still Krishna, it is his opulence also, that renunciation, that Krishna actually from there he ran. But he ran for what? Now we need to understand this, even the previous pastime. Why this opulence is for what actually? Why Krishna is showing this opulence? Like previously we saw the Bali. So that is opulence of Krishna is like he's shown the wealth. But all these opulences, one thing we have to keep in mind, that it is always to give the two reasons we said. What are the two reasons? Is opulence. One is not attached to creation. Second thing what? To remove the distress of the devotee, to give the pleasure. So all this renunciation which Krishna manifested, it's not for his, to maintain his name, fame, all this wealth. It's only for the pleasure of the devotees. If you see, all of them. So now that is Mother Yashoda, then Ranchor, and the Krishna killing Kalayavana. So Kalaya, again I will brief. Kalayavana is in Bhagavad Srila Prabhupada writes in the Krishna book that Kalayavana is an untouchable king. Is an untouchable king. That means he did not had any piety that Krishna even killed with this weapon. He did not had. Is a untouchable king. So Krishna wanted to kill Kalayavana without touching him or without touching in his weapon also, because even his weapon touches, they can get liberation. So what Krishna does? Krishna comes out of his palace, Dwaraka, he just walks away, he passes away. Of course, they had a rule that unless the enemy has got a weapon, they will not fight. So Kalayavana, even though he was a demon, but he was following this rule. So Kalayavana, what he did, he wanted to catch Krishna. So Krishna will go fast and Kalayavana also run after him, like Mother Yashoda, the same pastime it is. But when Kalayavana want to catch, Kalayavana want to catch Krishna, Krishna is not there to catch him. Krishna is forward. They go, then Krishna leads him to one cave where Muchukunda was sleeping. Muchukunda had a blessing that when he was sleeping, if somebody by forcefully wake him up, if he open the eyes, immediately the person who is in front of will burn away. So Krishna, what he does, he goes, he kicks this Muchukunda and become vanished and goes, and then this Muchukunda, whom could he see? You could see Kalayavana, immediately is burned. So Krishna in this, he did not show his strength. He did not show his strength. He actually killed Kalayavana without. So another lesson here is that the Krishna's mercy will actually come to only the devotees actually. Anyway, there's another subject. Loudly. Krishna, Krishna, Hare, Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare, Hare. So now the beauty. I was very mesmerized by His Grace Vamshidhar Prabhu's class. I heard it, but certainly I'm going to hear more. Very beautifully, poetically, he has taken this class of beauty. So I should not speak anything after he spoke, but still I need to do something. Kulashekar Alva's prayer and Bilo Mangla Thakur's prayer, he very nicely recited with that that money of the Lord, Kaustubha money. So now we will see Kandarpa Koti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bajami. With blooming eyes like lotus pellet, with head bedecked with the peacock's feather, with a figure of beauty tinged with the hue of blue clouds, is unique loveliness charming millions of cupids. So Krishna is called Madana Mohana. He is the, actually in Srimad Bhagavatam, once Lord Indra wanted to, it's not test actually, Naranarayana Rishi was meditating. So Indra had a fear that this Naranarayana Rishi, after meditating, he succeed. What he will do for me? So he was fear of this position. So what he does, the best women of heaven, he sends to disturb the meditation of Naranarayana Rishi. And what Naranarayana Rishi did, actually you know that, see, Naranarayana Rishi, the Lord is the Lord only. He by all position Lord. And the Lord has got a weakness. What is his weakness? His weakness is devotees. Whatever they do still is very compassionate to them. So Naranarayana should understand that Indra has sent this to disturb my austerity. So what he does from his thighs, he create most beautiful women. And these women, when they come out from the thighs of Naranarayana, the Lord Naranarayana, that the Kandarpa was there. I mean, the Kamadeva was there. He could not believe the beauty. And then what is that? He says, Narayana, after creating like millions, he gives one woman, which is Urvashi, I believe her name. He gives to Indra, this Kamadeva, he says, you take to Indra. This is my gift to him. Sending. This is what he does. So that is the beauty of actually the Lord. So now we will see the beauty of Lord in, this is very, one of my most charming, this one, the beauty of the Lord in the renunciation. What beauty form Lord takes? Any guess? The renunciation of the beauty of the Lord, which form the Lord will take? Jaya Sukara Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Kurma Sharira Jaya Jagat, Meena Sharira Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Jayadeva Goswami singing. So incarnations, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Narsimha. See, this is the renunciation of the Lord. You just imagine the Supreme Personal Godhead who is enjoying in Vaikuntha and Goloka, and his beauty nobody can imagine, just for the sake of the devotees, for their peace, for their pleasure, and to remove their distress. What form the Lord takes? Meena Sharira, to save the, actually that is the Manvantara when changing, to save all the ingredients of the creation actually. Then Kurma Sharira, that means churning the milk ocean in order to keep the mountain on his back. So this also, Kurma Sharira, also another strength of the Lord. See, in Kurma Avatara, who were there? In Kurma Avatara, all the demigods were there, right? All the demons were, the whole creation, the most strongest people of the Lord's creation were there. One side demons, one side demigods. But see what was their strength, collective strength. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purna Udachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnam Evas. What comes from Krishna is complete, Krishna says. They can complete. But you just imagine all the strongest of the demigods, all the strongest of the demons, they were there. But they could not even move the Mandara mountain. Forget about churning the mountain. They could not even move the mountain. Then Lord came from and he just lifted like that, taken in the ocean. Milk ocean. And that mountain also, all their strength, they could not churn also. The Lord sit there, then he by his power, the mountain could actually turn. So, this is the strength of the strong, I mean, as is opulence. So, now, again, we have to recite this. Why this comes? Because they are connected with the Lord. All the above mentioned incarnations are either plenary portions or portions of the plenary portion of the Lord. But Lord Shri Krishna is the original personality Godhead. We should not misunderstand that because the Lord has taken this form, so he is not the Supreme Personal Godhead. Lord is the Supreme Personal Godhead. But because of this, is as a opulence, renunciation, even though he is the Supreme Person, still he renounced for the sake of his devotees. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now another most charming, this is the beautiful, yesterday Prabhu was telling, one of the day for yesterday, that Bhaktivedanta Thakur said, the beauty is among all the opulence is the great, right? Bhaktivedanta Thakur, you are quoting from the Jaiva Dharma book. But if you see the fame, this renunciation is most enchanting. Most enchanting. Very nice. So it's the fame now. So Krishna says, Yasmat ksharamadidoham aksharaadapi chattamaha adosmi loka vedecha pradita purushottamaha. Because, please loudly, I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and infallible. And because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that supreme person. So what is the fame of Krishna as per Bhagavad Gita? He himself is declaring that I am supreme person. He is declaring, but still hardly few of his creation believes in his person. Impersonal or no God. Atheism or Mayavada philosophy. Nobody. He is supposed to be famed as the supreme person, celebrated. Now we will see his renunciation in this fame. So, renunciation, Chitta Hari means the one who steals the mind of everyone. So, Krishna is actually famous. So, famous means notorious. The opposite is notorious. So, renunciation means he must be notorious because he has renounced his fame. So, he must be notorious. So, his notorious means that one who steals the mind of everyone, Chitta Hari. Then, became notorious as butter thief, stealing cloths or gopis. So, almost everybody there knows Krishna. Because of this notorious, nobody wants to surrender to Krishna also. This is another big problem. Now, you see the picture. Why Krishna is actually stealing? What is the reason behind Krishna stealing? There is a big, what is that? Chaurastakam. There is a poem. There is a poem about Krishna being a chore, a thief. So what is the actual secret? What is the secret behind Krishna stealing? What is the secret behind the stealing? What do you see in the picture? A baby is sleeping with the toy, right? Now we will see the secret from this picture. If you are not tried, please try at home. It works well. I mean, if you are not stealing, I am saying stealing. If you are not tried, try at home. But this is specially for the parents and great parents, not for others. Others also can try, brothers, sisters. So just imagine you have a child of 2 to 3 years, 3 to 4 years, and Hare Krishna. We want to Hare Krishna, yeah. Now what is the topic, subject we are talking about? Yeah, that is there. But in that renunciation, what we are talking about? Fame. In that fame, what we are talking about? Stealing. Krishna as a chore, as a thief. So, the child, take the example of a child, 3 to 4 years, who is so much attached to his toy. Like we see the picture, sleeping time every time. Now, the father, he wants to create an consciousness, psychology in the child that he must surrender to Krishna. The child must surrender to Krishna. So he is using a tactics of thief, stealing. So what he does, he steals the toy of the child and he keeps it hidden. So the child cannot find it. Then the child, because it cannot be separated from the toy, it starts crying. So the father says, how can I help you? I mean, you are crying. He says, my toy is not there. I want my toy. I cannot separate from toy. Then father says, what father says? See, both of them search, they cannot find. So the father says, go and pray to Krishna that to give you the toy. So the child goes, pray to Krishna, and afterwards when the child comes, father tells again, let's start again. We'll search. And the father, by that time the child was praying, he has kept the toy in a place. When the child comes, it finds. 1 time, 2 times this exercise done. 3rd time, when the child loses something, automatically go and pray on the child. So Krishna is stealing the butter, Krishna is stealing the cloth, so that all the jivas go back to Krishna, pray to me and be with him. That's all. Because he doesn't need anything from stealing. He doesn't need anything from stealing. What he wants, everything is given to him. Everything is given by him. Father given the toy, so the toy goes to the Lord. So this is Krishna's fame as thief, means all the jivas. This is what we said. 2 things we said in the beginning. Krishna's renunciation, opulence is only to give the pleasure to the devotees, remove their distress and take them back to Godhead. This is why Krishna's opulence of renunciation, because Krishna is possessor of all opulence. Why he has to have this opulence of renunciation? It's specially dedicated, this opulence, only for the devotees, jivas, who are separated from him, to take him back. So now we know this opulence. So loudly. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Rama Hare Hare. So we have now knowledge. So already I got the bell ringing now. Hare Krishna. So knowledge. Please repeat out me. Vedaham samatitani vartamanani cha Arjuna bhavishani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kashana. O Arjuna, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I know everything that has happened in the past, all that is happening in the present, and all things that are yet to come. I also know all living entities, but me, no one knows. So Krishna is opulence knowledge that he knows the past, he knows the present, he knows the future. But Krishna, nobody knows. That's why his opulence is full in all opulence. So what is the renunciation? So in Mahabharata we come to this. In Bhagavatam also it is there. Krishna giving credit to Bhishma to teach Dharma to Yudhishthira, whereas he himself is Arjuna, the religious principles. Sarvasya chaham hridisannivisto mattasmita janapapanam cha vedesa sarvir aham veda vedant krit veda videha cha. Krishna says that I am the compeller of the Vedas, I am the knower of the Vedas, and I am to be known in the Vedas. So this is the knowledge supposed to be. But in spite of having all this, when it comes to teach Yudhishthira about Dharma, then what Krishna does? He takes to Bhishma and tells Bhishma, you teach him. So this is actually the knowledge, renunciation knowledge of Krishna. Even though he is the source of knowledge, but he makes his devotee greater. Loudly. So now we are renunciation against renunciation. Upadrishtan manta cha Bharta Bhokta Maheshwaraha Paramatmeti Chapyukto Dehismin Purusha Paraha. Yet in this body, loudly, there is another transcendental enjoyer. We don't enjoy, but Lord says transcendental enjoyer. Who is the Lord? The Supreme Proprietor, who exists as the overseer and permitter, and who is known as the super soul. See, here Krishna says the overseer and permitter. Overseer means he is the witness. Upadrishtan mantacha. Witness. See, Gajendra Moksha, I don't have time to say. Gajendra Moksha, when Gajendra was in the water, he was cursed actually. So King Drudumna became a Gajendra, king of the elements, and he was in the water. And he was in the water with so many elephants, not one, his wives, his friends, relatives, everybody. But the crocodile came and caught any elephant, or it caught only Gajendra. Crocodile is a dull animal. It doesn't have an intelligence. Crocodile cannot understand who is Gajendra's elephant is. But it came and caught only Gajendra out of many hundreds of elephants. What does that mean? Because Paramatma is residing in the body of Gajendra, Paramatma is residing in the body of the crocodile. So when because he has his says in the because he is the overseer, is the permitter, that means the witness of all activity, Krishna knows exactly how to reciprocate to our service to him. You know, when we speak about this renunciation, maybe I forget later, there is one verse comes at the end. There, in Prabhupada's books, the purport is written that in this material body when we get, even if you do one service to Krishna, Shravanam, Kirtana, Vishnu, Sparana, Padasevan, Archana, Vandanam, Dasyam, Atma Nivedanam, in this 9 process, if you do one service to Krishna at any time, still the body considered, this whole body is surrendered to him. We have renounced this body for his service. Krishna considers like this. The purport of this, one of the shloka is the Rupa Goswami shloka. So now we have, this is Krishna says that I am the witness. And Krishna's opulence of renunciation. Actually, one is that Paramatma living in 8,400,000 species of life. Then he became messenger and chariot driver for the Pandavas, because the time I'm just reading, all of you know. Then as Lord Rama is separation from Mother Sita, goddess of fortune, this also is opulence of renunciation for the purpose of the benefit of the people, then as Lord Gauranga accepted sannyasa and propagated in the holy name of the Lord, all for peace and return of living entities back to Godhead. So what was the example we had here? One is that he is as a Paramatma, it is renounced, then became messenger and chariot driver of Pandavas. Then Lord Rama is also renounced, renunciation, and Lord Gauranga. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Now we come back to the point. Why it is so important to us, Krishna's opulence? Temple management has selected the topic for Janmashtami, 6 opulences. 6 days this yajna performed, hearing yajna, Shravana yajna. So what is the benefit actually? Why it is it's important to us? Why the management has selected this topic? Please repeat after me. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo vetti tattvataha so vikalpena yogena yujyate natra samshayaha. One who is factually convinced of this opulence and mystic power of mind engages in unalloyed devotional service. Of this there is no doubt. So Krishna says that factually convinced of this opulence. So 6 opulence we discussed. And mystic power. Why mystic power of mind means this is rahasyam. Rahasyam means the mercy of the Lord is there. Engages in unalloyed devotional service. That means once he comes, he is convinced about the Lord of his as a person. Of this there is no doubt. A beautiful purport given by Srila Prabhupada. Only one small para I took. So Srila Prabhupada's purport. All this particular knowledge is required in order to increase one's interest in the loving devotional service of the Lord. One should not neglect to understand fully how great Krishna is, for by knowing the greatness of Krishna, one will be able to fix in sincere devotional service. Now we discussed about Krishna's renunciation. Is there any renunciation for the jivas like us? Yes, no. I know 4 regulative principles tell me that we have to renounce. Hare Krishna. So actually that is there, no doubt. But Rupa Goswami gives a very beautiful verse here. Anasaktasya vishayan yatahanan upayunjataha nirbhanda Krishna sambandhe yuktam vairagam uchyate. Prapanchika taya buddhya hari sambandhi vastunaha mumukshabi parityago vairagyam palgu katyate. So the translation, please repeat after me. When one is not attached to anything, but at the same time accepts everything in relation to Krishna, is rightly situated above possessiveness. On the other hand, one who rejects everything without knowledge of its relationship to Krishna, not as complete in his renunciation. So what is the message for the living entities to be renunciate? We should see, there is 6th chapter 30th verse. Yomam pashyat sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyam pranashami nache amna pranashyati. Krishna says that one should see everything in Krishna and Krishna in everything. That is the complete understanding of Krishna. And here for the jivas, Krishna's renunciation was for what purpose? Krishna's opulence of renunciation is for 3 purposes. What was there? For the devotees, remove their distress, give them pleasure, and take them back to Godhead. This is Krishna's renunciation. For the living entities, what is the renunciation? That whatever they, because nothing belongs, even this body doesn't belong. You know, there is a question. When Kamsa wanted to kill Mother Devaki, Vasudeva was speaking, and they were speaking at the point that Vasudeva is telling, Vasudeva was asking Kamsa, whom this body belongs to? Is it belongs to the father and mother? Yes or no, loudly. Is it belongs to the father and mother? No. Is it belongs to the great parents? Is it belongs to the forefathers? Is it belongs to the material nature? Bhumirapona. Yes. Whom the Prakriti belongs to? Who created? Who is controlling the Prakriti? Then ultimately whom the body belongs to in the sense? Krishna. So if it belongs to Krishna, then this body is, when it is served, a tinge of service, like all of us sitting here, by this hearing you sacrifice the whole body for the service of Krishna. This is what Krishna is looking, and this is where the whole renunciation which Krishna said, this is where Krishna thinks, I created this material universe, whole creation for the living entity. When they do this service to him, then he considers that renunciation is complete for the jiva. Then he says, no, you don't belong here. You go back. Rest in eternal peace. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar ki, Shri Shri Radha Bharaneshwar Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram Bhagwan ki jai, Shri Shri Gaura Bhagwan ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, we have drama which will explain this opulence of Krishna. I not touch the subject of drama because I kept it mystery.
Hare Krishna, the mystery will be unfolded very soon. So we'll wait for that. So before that, I would like to thank all our